What happens when you go grocery shopping and you get a lot of markdowns? A hot mess. Yep, this is what a hot mess looks like after a week of mega markdown shopping. So let's get it all out and do some meal prep. I'm super happy now to have a beautifully clean fridge. Sometimes it takes a while to scrub the shelves, but I pulled out even the bottom drawers and I pulled apart all the bits of plastic because beetroot juice and other things can slide between. So I've got some milk in the door that's marked down, stay tuned for that, and just still a few condiment things in the door that I'm just going to keep there for now. I got this cream the following day as well. It's from Woolworths, and of course our flyby shops are from Coles, but I was with Mum doing the food shopping and I saw it and I couldn't resist because I am out of homemade butter. So it does work out cheaper when it's marked down like this to make it myself. So first up I'm going to make a quiche with some eggs. I've got a bit of sour cream left over, a bit of regular cream, some corn there and some chicken bits. And while I'm doing that on the side, I am starting the butter. I'm putting the leftover eggs into the clear container. They're going to go in the fridge. And this is the crustless quiche, so it's 6 to 8 eggs, depends what you want. The rest of the sour cream, I did the rest of the basic cream. I chopped up all the chicken pieces that was there, and then I threw in some frozen corn, and also I think I did self-raising flour this time. Mixed it all together. It cooks in the oven for about half an hour, and yeah, just putting the eggs into the clear container, and that will sit in the fridge until we're ready to use them. And then the butter is ready. Butter is so funny. It is just whipping up like cream, and it's whipping, and then all of a sudden within a blink of an eye it changes really quickly and you start hearing it slosh around. And then the fun bit is trying to get it out of the whisk. I do 2 of the 600ml containers at a time just to allow for space as it's whipping around, and it makes approximately 500 grams of butter and about 500 to 600 mils of buttermilk. It just depends how much extra you can squeeze out of it. Make sure you rinse your butter in cold water when it's finished. You can add salt to it or anything else, but I just put it in a brick and then it goes in the freezer. Next up, we've got some chicken tenderloins that were on clearance, and I spent forever trying to get the actual tendon pulled out of it, but I couldn't do it, so I gave up. So I'm using the first lot of buttermilk that we have, put it in a container there, and then I put all the chicken pieces in there, and then I let that marinate for a couple of hours. And then I had a whole bag of leftover Coles crackers. They're basically like the Jack's crackers, but they're home brand, and I smashed them up even more than they were. I mixed in some Parmesan cheese, and then I rolled the chicken pieces through, and then I cooked it in the oven. And this was so good to have just as a snack, because chicken is high in protein, or to have in salads, or you could have it as a side for dinner. It was so versatile to have them. I think I threw a couple extra in the freezer as well, so they're sitting there if I ever want chicken Caesar salad in the future. I've got some sausages that were marked down as well, and these never made it to the actual meal prep to save. They went that night. So I just rolled the sausages up in some puff pastry, and then I cooked them as well as a couple of spare sausages on the side, because that's what I ended up having for dinner with some couscous, while the others ate sausage rolls. Here's the markdown couscous that I had in the fridge as well. So I chopped up the 2 sausages that I cooked on their own, and I ate half of the couscous with 1 sausage now because I was about to take off for Zumba, and then I ate the other half when I got home. And it wouldn't be a meal prep video if we didn't have some sort of apples in here. So instead of just doing the stewed apples that I do, I thought I'd turn them into the apple turnovers. So all I do is fold puff pastry piece in half and then half again to get 4 squares, put the mixture in the middle and then fold it over to make a triangle. The apples I cook on the stove for about 15 minutes. I didn't put these together until I got home from Zumba, so I'm just showing you that the pot is cold right now so it can go straight onto the bench. So no one panic that I'm putting a scalding hot pan onto my bench top. I felt it first, it was fine. The cookies have made a return. You've probably seen them in other vlogs, and I was too tired to cook the rest of the cookies the night before, so I rolled it up into a log and I threw it into the fridge. So I'm pulling them out, and now all I have to do is chop them up and throw them on the tray to cook in the oven. I'm the only one that eats pork, so this was good to have for a couple of nights. I just melted some butter and then cooked the pieces in there for about 2 minutes each side. I googled it to make sure I didn't overcook it. I threw in some mushrooms and some cream, and then I put the meat back in there to simmer for another couple of minutes. It's time to make some vegetarian meals for my daughter. I've got the plant-based mince Markdown there and some meatballs that I did all smash up. First of all, I cooked some mushrooms in a pan, and then I dropped the can in here twice trying to show you real life, what can I say, some passata sauce, and I smashed all the meat in there down so it was all a mince meat type consistency. And then I've added in there some onions as well, some frozen corn and also some carrots, and then I'm going to turn this into a couple of different things. So first of all, there is the mixture on its own that we can add some macaroni to. Also then I turned this into a shepherd's pie, and then also I turned it into a lasagna. We have some lamb burgers here, which I'm just going to wrap up using some old cereal plastic to use as a bit of a go-between, put it in some Ziploc bags and throw that in the freezer. Some more chicken that is marched down. I cut it all up and then I went through just to feel for any gristle because I did find a couple of bone pieces in this. So I was just double checking because that's the last thing you want to do is crunch down on it. Thank you very much, dental appointment. And then I threw in some korma paste that I'd got from the last shop and also some coconut cream. And then this will be our meal for hubby just to reheat because I am not a fan of spicy stuff, korma, etc, etc. I'll use coconut cream, that's right. We had a whole lot of minced meat and it got divided up into a couple of different things. So one was a taco based and then the other was a lasagna base. And so I've made that there to the side. You can see the plant-based that's there. And I also did a shepherd's pie. So I made some mashed potato and put that on top. And I did the same for my daughters as well with the plant-based. Other meal prep things, I divided all the pasta up into Ziploc bags for meal sizing, so it just has to be pulled out. My daughter's the one that eats it. I chopped up all the broccoli and cauliflower that was in there, and I peeled and chopped some carrots and threw them in the freezer. So here is everything that we got at the end of it. It took nearly 2 days on and off trying to fit in around life. We've got the quiche there. We have this lasagna that is in here. I believe that is our lasagna. We've already had half of it. Hubby said it was delicious. A shepherd's pie. I believe that one is ours because it has peas in it. We've got the pasta bags that are there. A plant-based lasagna. That went very quickly. My daughter said it was delicious. My daughter's plant-based shepherd's pie and another lasagna for her because I can cut it up and throw it in the freezer. We've got all our chicken pieces that are here, the korma chicken. We've got the plant-based meat with the macaroni that's there. We've got a container here of a taco mix and another one with some plain cooked mince that we'll throw in the freezer. And then these are the pork loins, whatever you want to call it. And oh yeah, here's the taco packet that we have here, and some mincemeat that I cooked, and I will decide what to do with later. I think I added in another taco packet and we had that during the week. So this fed us for quite a few weeks, actually rotating through meals, because we didn't mind that at all, and it made life a lot easier, so we were able to do some other things. As I said, it did take me a couple of days on and off, and I don't really think I'm in a hurry to do this ever again, but I'm glad that I did it to make sure that we didn't lose any food after those amazing markdowns. So just showcasing some of the meals that we've had and how they got plated up. I really enjoyed having the food in the fridge. We were able to rotate through them pretty quickly, as I said, and it did cover us for a good couple of weeks, which helps as we were doing a little bit of a no-buy after finish the 4-week spends, and we had a very busy couple of weeks, so it helps to know that there was food just to be reheated. It wasn't a whole meal again. But physically doing this over a couple of days, trying to fit everything else in, oh my gosh, it was a stretch, let me tell you. If you do any meal prepping, please let me know, and how it might save your sanity. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.